Yo. Welcome back to another season, another NBA season of that Stay Off My Grass podcast. You got your boy Suns fan Randy in the building, and you got Jerry Jer.
Yo,
We got the Lakers versus the Golden State Warriors, man. Y'all got me up past my bedtime. I'm not typically up right now. I got to be up early in the morning, but you know I wasn't going to miss this. But Jace, you want to go first so bad, so go ahead and get it off your chest, man. Get the Lakers with Laker fans what they want to hear. Tell them what they want to hear, man.
okay. My first observation from watching the game, I'm just gonna quote my man Uncle Drew. He said the game has always and will always be about buckets. Patrick Beverly in the starting lineup is not conducive to buckets. I will say that much. And I like Pat. I like his defense. I like what he does. Other things he does for the team. But just saying, his style is not conducive to points. In the first quarter, NBA is up and down. You need to score as many as you can in the beginning. I understand, you want to start Pat Bev for defense, especially tonight because we're playing Curry, right? Which I completely understand. But we need that score in there for sure to open the games up to get us some points on the board. Because there were times in the game where it would just look like rec league basketball. Everybody's going back and forth, breaking shots, long rebounds, missed layups. It looked kind of bad to start that out the game. But I mean, Pat Bev did, get to pick up those 2 fouls early, so he wasn't in the game. Austin Reeves took his place, but in that moment, at the beginning of the game, you need buckets, you need points. So I think Chris Nunn would have been a way better sub to start the game. But go ahead, kick it off. Let me what you got to say.
I'm gonna tell you the real, man. I'm gonna tell you the real of what happened, what went on. I'm gonna keep it an absolute bean.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the refs cooked y'all tonight, and that's something I will say. I will say if a Laker fan or Lakers is like, oh man, the refs was bad. Like I will say, at least in the first half, the refs cooked y'all. Like I don't know, like it was some really bad calls. Like on LeBron, it was some really bad calls on Patrick Beverly, and it was just a whole lot of 50-50 calls that didn't go y'all way. So I will say, in y'all defense, the refs cooked y'all for sure. But outside of that, like it was some things that I seen that was good, some things I seen that was bad. You know what I'm saying? Like to start off with Anthony Davis, some things I seen that was good with Anthony Davis is I felt like he was posting up a little bit more than I like to see that, or him being a little bit more aggressive towards the rim instead of like settling for a bunch of threes. Because I feel like last year he was hanging out the 3-ball line a little bit too much.
Definitely.
But to switch it, and that was about the only good thing I seen out of Anthony Davis tonight. But it seemed like he was scared to go grab some rebounds, or especially the offensive rebounds, because it seemed like as soon as it went up offensively, he was already starting to draw it back the other way, and it looked a little bit out of shape to me. He looked out of shape because he's always the last person getting up and down the court, and I was
and that's what you get when you don't play preseason games due to small injuries. You don't get that time to get that up and down. Just knowing basketball, you can run as much as you want outside of not playing the game, but running between those lines is totally different than getting in shape anywhere else because it's just much different. And you could tell AD was huffing and puffing, hunchback over for a little bit, so was definitely out of shape. And then the thing again with AD is when you out of shape, and especially playing a game like basketball, you will get hurt, because you're not able to keep up with everybody else. Your game is much slower, so that's another. That is actually a real good take, I would say.
Yeah, so like I said, to me, he just looked out of shape. He was the last person getting up and down the court, whatever the case may be. And I noticed that in the preseason, but I just didn't want to see him like a hater, so I just kind of let it slide. But like I said, I did appreciate him posting up a little bit more. Somebody tell LeBron stop shooting threes. God, like he literally shot y'all at the first half. He went 3 for 10 from 3. But go ahead, man.
I don't think he really. I mean, they kept the game close in the first half. It was that the third quarter when the Warriors went on that 26-4 run where the game was 60-66 at one point. The Lakers just could not buy a bucket. Just could not buy a bucket.
That in the refs. So I feel like the refs.
I don't do that. I don't talk refs. I don't do refs in sports. Period. You go out there, you play. Don't leave it up to the refs. So I don't take ref excuses for sure.
Yeah. So it was a combination of LeBron launching up a bunch of threes, and then he ended up leading the charge with 5 turnovers. So it's just like, yeah. And I felt like out of all the games, like the same thing that happened last season, like when y'all had the season opener, I feel like Steph Curry played like trash. Like even though Steph Curry turned it up in the fourth quarter, but you wouldn't have known that Steph Curry went 4 for 13. You know what I'm saying? Like if you really look at it, like he only made one more three than LeBron did the whole entire night, but you wouldn't have really noticed that if you just watch. You know what I'm saying? Like the last quarter of the game, but. Um, like I said, I feel like tonight was a very winnable game just off of just stat wise. If you look at the stats, it's kind of borderline identical. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all shot 43s was a little crazy, but y'all only missed or Golden State only makes 6 more threes than y'all, and I feel like they took 2 less free throws. Y'all had right around the same amount of turnovers. They had 18, y'all had 21. So it seemed like I said, it was a very winnable game, but it was kind of like the context of the situation of it's a new season, everybody kind of knocking off the rust, and it was just like a lot of because like I feel like Golden State didn't play like an absolute lights out kind of game to like for the score reflective of the score. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think that Golden State was out there like, oh, A Wiggins definitely turned it on, or that third quarter run definitely turned it on, but they wasn't playing like, oh damn, like we just that much better than y'all. But I don't know, man. But what was your take on it?
Again, like I've been saying all preseason, before the season start, AD playing the 5, I just don't feel is conducive to winning games for us. Kevon Looney, even though he didn't have the best game out there, just his presence of being able to single-handedly just play the 5, not worry about the offense, it changes the game for the Lakers for sure. I mean, I would have loved to see Jones get some minutes out there tonight and play alongside AD, but I just don't think that's going to happen as well. And another thing, Chris Nunn looked real good off the bench. I just would rather see him, come in the game much earlier to spell either Westbrook or Patrick Beverly, but I don't think that's going to happen. JTA played, I'm not expecting him to go crazy because he's just honestly a bench player. He's just a wing player. But again, another spotlight I did want to say, Lonnie Walker. I don't know where he fits in the starting lineup. I think we should bring him off the bench. I think we should bring him off the bench so we can go just normal traditional ball lineup, especially against a team like the Warriors who are going to play a traditional 5 and let Draymond play the 4. But then again, who am I? We're not. It looks like we're going to stay playing small ball for the foreseeable future. But go ahead.
Yeah. So that, and then like I said, even in the offseason, I feel like y'all bench is just absolute trash. Kendrick Nunn did have a good game. I will say that, but like I don't know who Matt Ryan is. I don't know what he did to deserve 18 minutes. I was like, who is this dude? And they was like, yeah, he used to do DoorDash, and I was just like, yo. Like where's the application?
The preseason matchup we played against the Warriors, he scored like 20. I think I want to say he had 6 threes, so that gave him a chance to earn some minutes. But like we've been saying, the Lakers bench isn't it's not gonna be a heavily scoring bench because of what we're bringing off the bench. But I do think just another objective take. I don't like the double guard combo with Westbrook and Beverly, even though on some nights it might be needed. I think it'd be better to bring them off the bench. But I either would love to see Austin Reeves in that starting role or Kendrick Nunn in that starting role at the 2 guard, if that's how we're gonna do it.
I'd rather Kendrick Nunn than Lonnie Walker, but I see what you're saying. But if you have Kendrick Nunn starting, then you have absolutely nothing coming off the bench because, like I said, I feel like bench points y'all got like maybe 12, like divided up outside of Kendrick Nunn. Like y'all got maybe 12. But go ahead.
But see, with the second unit, I feel like he would do. So the Lakers, I don't know if you noticed this tonight, but either for the majority of the game, either Westbrook, AD, or LeBron was always on the floor. None of those guys is ever off the floor, all sitting on the bench together. So with the second unit, you're gonna get one of those guys. Hopefully, they can be a conducive second unit coming off the bench. But we'll see with the Clippers on I want to say the Friday or Thursday we play the Clippers.
I think it's Thursday, Friday. It might be Thursday, but anyways,
when we play the Clippers, we will see what that does because the Clippers are an extremely deep team. So it is going to come down to the bench points and not the starters per se in this game because you got Paul George probably 25, Kawhi maybe 25 to that 30 range.
Yeah, if y'all play like this against the Clippers, y'all getting like this is a 40. Y'all losing by 40. But let's address the elephant in the room before we get up out of here, man. Westbrook, how did he play? I personally don't think that he played bad. I feel like I liked that he stayed aggressive. He didn't settle for threes. He always was in attack mode, was getting to the rim. For whatever reason, it felt like Golden State was letting him walk in the paint tonight. He was getting fouled, getting and ones and all kind of stuff. So I liked what I seen from Westbrook today, even though he had 4 turnovers. But I liked what I saw out of Westbrook.
So about Westbrook today, I feel like last season he was trying to force his issue a lot, trying to take shots that weren't really there, trying to do things that weren't really there. If you take away his 3 missed 3-pointers, he is 7 of 9 from the field, primarily on 2-pointers and alley-oops, fast breaks, free throws. So other than that, he looked pretty good. I mean, he's too deep in his career now. Maybe we can see the Jason Kidd effect where he gets better as he gets older, but I don't think jump shooting is something Wes is actually putting the real time in to do, because it's not something you just do once and you think you got it done. It's constant repetition for that jump shot of his, but he didn't force the issue tonight. I thought he looked okay. He is going up against Steph Curry, so there's a lot of action for the most part because Bev was out with those early fouls. So he did have to use a lot of his energy on the defensive end. But other than that, he didn't force his issue. Right now we starting to lead our season off right now with 2 slugging teams. So it's going to test us early, but the season will get easier. The schedule will get easier after these first 6 games. So we'll see how the Lakers do. I predicted in our first 6 we're gonna go 3 for 3. I'm kind of spot on tonight. Win 1, lose 1, win 1, lose 1. Our first 6. That's what I'm thinking. But other than that, yeah, Westbrook, he wasn't forcing his issue like he was last season. So that's different for sure.
Yeah, man. So that's gonna wrap it up for us today, man. So one thing I guess we can conclude: the problem was Frank Vogel.
I still stand on that because yes, I'm standing on Frank Vogel was definitely a problem last season.
Anyways, man. Till next time, man. Till tomorrow. We got the Suns playing tomorrow. We got Luka Doncic over there. So till next time, man.
You're gonna see me here. All right, man. Peace.